And to fix that issue, we are upgrading to the Sikky manufacturing clutch master cylinder. I'm gonna be honest with you, behind this plate, it may look like Stevie Wonder did it, but hey, we got going on here. So you have stock here, and the stock master cylinder has welcome back to another video wearing the same exact clothes, baby, but that's besides the point. So we are going to be hopping right into this install today. We are getting into, from what you can see, a upgraded clutch master cylinder. The reason why I need an upgraded clutch master cylinder, or the reason why I think I need one, is because, as you guys have seen, I've had the issue of getting my car into gear with the stock clutch master cylinder that's with the car. As you guys know, I have a Tilton 1400 series hydraulic throwout bearing, or slave cylinder, whatever you want to call it. Basically, when I push the pedal, I'm not getting enough release or pressure onto the pressure plate to actually release the clutch. Throughout all my research, because this is not an adjustable throwout bearing, it's not adjusting like kind of like the 6000 series or the 4000 series, I think what I need to do is I need to upgrade my clutch master cylinder, which is what we are doing. And to fix that issue, we are upgrading to the Sikky manufacturing clutch master cylinder, which has a slightly larger bore than the stock one and has a larger volume of fluid than the stock one. As you can see, Sikky, stock, Sikky, stock, Sikky, stock. So the idea is, after I install this, I should theoretically be able to get the car into gear and hopefully drive it. And what most people do is most of the time they don't have an entire engine in their car, but that's okay, we're gonna work around that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna disconnect the clutch pedal from the master cylinder here. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove these two 12s or 14s, whatever they are. And I'm also gonna disconnect this line while still trying to keep most of the fluid, catching it somehow or something like that. Not sure. But we're gonna remove these two bolts on this side. Then we're gonna remove the bolt that's down there that's holding on this like harness cover or whatever, because we're gonna eliminate that. So let's do that. So I've got a little cap inside of my clutch master that has all this fluid in here. I didn't really feel like draining it out because I'm lazy, but I've got to disconnect it from the clutch pedal, so theoretically I should just be able to remove it, and then all that fluid will be inside the reservoir instead of on the floor. Boom, just like that, got it out. I'll give you guys a proper comparison as to what we got going on here. So you have stock here, and the stock master cylinder has a very, very small reservoir compared to the Sikky one. Now, with a larger master cylinder volume and a larger bore size that's pushing fluid out, you will be able to achieve the same stroke, have a shorter stroke essentially, with being able to push more fluid without having to adjust this all the way out to get a longer stroke to move more fluid. But with this, you can have a shorter stroke because you're moving more fluid in general. So then this effectively is not bad, but it just doesn't have the amount of fluid. It's not moving the amount of fluid that we needed to move in order to release the clutch. So that's where we're going with the Sikky one. Put that there. So then you have the Sikky one. The Sikky one is different because it is recessed. So basically I have to cut a hole out the size of this so that it'll mount right into the firewall, and then it has a line that runs down and over towards the brake booster where this sits, so that then it'll look something like this. And then that'll pretty much be it. Okay, so one of my big things now that I need to figure out is how I'm gonna be able to cut this little stud off here. And then I'm gonna need to also figure out how I can cut the hole effectively around all this stuff without blowing anything up. Because like I said, this is a working engine, has fuel and stuff running through it, so. because I always give you guys the real. It's in there. I'm gonna be honest with you, behind this plate, it may look like Stevie Wonder did it, but hey, it's in there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the overflow, or like the little tank, and the hose routed for it, and then clean all this up. And then the next thing I'll do that you guys won't see, but I'm gonna take it off. I'll have to bench bleed it, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna also just kind of spray some paint on here to kind of just clean it up so that it doesn't rust or anything like that. So I'm gonna do that, but that's essentially it. So let's get on the rest of the pieces and go from there. Okay, well, that's it. It's installed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I'm really hoping that this should definitely fix my issue. We will find out in the next video after I bench bleed it, and plus I have an issue with one of my fuel pumps in the back, so that I gotta get fixed. But for now, this is looking good. I know my chase base line will fit. All I gotta do now is vacuum it all up, bench bleed, put it all back together, and then we'll be good to go. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.